Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. I, of course, am your host, CDB. You are not. And today we're going to use some good stuff, great stuff, actually, above the tie. This particular plate is the H. H is in hotel, which is their most aggressive offering, the plate. This is the Windsor razor, which is stainless steel. Really good razor. We're going to use a special soap as well. This is Caties Bubbles, orange and huge. This story behind this is, and I'll get my lather going down here in my bowl while I'm the Razor and Brush Facebook group. Back during the debates before the last election, a lot of the members participated in watching those debates and interacting and commenting on the debates. And Zach Plevridis, who's one of the sort of founding members or probably charter members of Razor and Brush, had this soap commissioned and had one sent to everyone who participated in those debates leading up to that election. Incredibly generous. He is an incredibly generous guy. I owe him a lot personally. He certainly helped me, and he's been incredibly generous in the group as well. By the way, this was made by Caties Bubbles, but commissioned by him just as a thank you for folks participating in those events, being civil, because it's really hard nowadays to talk politics with people, you know, all over the country with varying points of views, without people getting upset and getting out of control. And it went very well. And so he commissioned the soap and had it sent to all the folks who participated. Let me tell you, there's not very many people and groups who will do that sort of thing. Previously, he had a group soap, the Peach. I'm trying to think of who made it. Tim Soaps. He had the Greek Peach, I believe it was called, commissioned and sent it to a number of members in that group. Again, when it comes to groups and the things that the founders of the groups have done, very few would rival that of Mr. Plevridis. So great guy, generous guy, and you gotta have the utmost respect for. Okay, let's roll with the above the tie H1. And I know what a lot of you are going to be saying, why is he using that expensive razor? Well, I'll tell you. I think if you're going to use an expensive piece of gear, let it be the metal gear. Let it be the razor. Now, I'm not saying that you should have an entire arsenal of close to $200 razors, which is roughly what this retails for, $185. Comes with a guarantee, and I believe that is 30 days, if I'm not mistaken. May have changed. I think Stan, if I'm not mistaken, from Above the Tie retired, and the business might be ran by his son or son-in-law. I can't recall exactly. But anyway, they're a company that's committed to customer satisfaction, so they do offer a guarantee, and I think it's 30 days, and if I'm wrong, don't shoot me. Unlike some companies, like, for example, Bull Goose, who has that no return policy, so you're just out of luck. I'm not a fan of that at all. But, you know, his business, he can roll it the way he wants to. But I like these companies that are really committed when you're going to spend $185. And I have personally reached out long before I ever made videos going, hey, this plate didn't work for me. Can I trade it out for another plate? Sure. Give me your address, send the other one back. And they took care of me far before I ever started making YouTube videos. So I tested out that feature, and they followed through on their commitment. So anyway, going back to the discussion about the expensive razor, this is a $185 razor. If you get the set, it's more. So one plate, like M, which is their mild, R with medium, and H being the most aggressive. If you order the razor just with one plate, it's generally $185, and then if you get all plates, it's more. So you can go to the Above the Tie website and read about it. Stainless steel razor, very good razor. I've used them for years and years, or you've seen them past 5 years on the video. If you are going to plop down premium type money, razor is the place to do it. So if you're somebody, you're just itching for a piece of premium gear, my advice, My advice, and this is just me, do not do it with software. Do it with the razor, because this type of razor, this level of quality, you can pass it down to your son, you can pass it down to your grandkids, what have you, so long as you take care of it. It will last lifetime, or lifetimes, plural. And that's the reason I can justify it. Now, am I saying that you need to have this razor in order to get a really nice shape? No, you do not. But you will appreciate the craftsmanship of a razor like Above the Top or a Timeless or something along those lines. Charcoal razor, many premium manufacturers. And companies like Above the Top and Timeless do not go chintzy with the packaging. They have a nice box that it comes in, and the presentation is nice. And so, again, my personal feeling, if you're going to go premium with anything, make it the razor. Make it the razor, because that is something that's going to last. It's not a consumable that you'll have for a limited amount of time. So you can keep it as long as you live in most cases, especially these stainless steel type razors are very durable material. As long as you don't let it rust, you know, rinse it off, dry it off, you're going to be set for at least your lifetime. And so I can justify spending premium type money for a premium razor. Now, do you need 10 of them, or do you need once upon a time? You know, I had a shelf that you all have seen in previous videos. You can go back to Isle Leather and probably find it. I had a top shelf of super premium razors. Absolutely not warranted, but if you want to, and you have the scratch, knock yourself out. Don't really need it, but if you want it and you can afford it, go for it. You know, you can buy a Wolfman, you can buy Timeless, you can buy One Blade and all that kind of stuff. The people, in my opinion, again, this is a long and widely spread, I've held this opinion since the beginning, that if you're going to charge $100+ $150+ for a premium level razor, you need to put good packaging around it. Shipping a $400 razor with a 3-cent packaging, 25-cent packaging, whatever, as I've seen some companies do, is unacceptable. It sets a poor fit. Now, some people go, you don't shave with the package. I get it, I do. But when you pay good money for things, you expect that professional and premium experience throughout, not just in the... Now, if I had a choice, and they're going to spend a lot of money on the package, and then the razor itself's no good, of course, that doesn't help anybody. But if it is truly a good razor, put a decent package around it that looks good to where somebody gets it, and immediately you go, some thought has gone into this. These companies like Above the Tie have done that with their packaging. It's nice. It's not over the top. They're not trying to, you know, go nuts. But nice box. The razor fits securely inside it. As you can see there, well, let me get some of that. You know, it's molded. It comes with blades, a package of blades, and so, you know, they think it through, and they're committed to giving you a good presentation as well, because it just shows respect for the product. And so I have always liked that about Above the Tie. And so it's one of those companies that I certainly say, hey, go for it. If you want to try, you know, one of their razors, and they have many to choose from, go for it. Good folks, you know, again, speaking mostly of Stan, because I've talked to Stan a number of times over the years on the phone and via email about products and ideas and so forth. And he was a good man, and I really liked him. And I'm sad he's no longer around, or at least I think I read that he is. If he is around and I'm putting him out to pasture already, Stan, sorry. But anyway, I believe the company's in the hands of his son-in-law or son. And so I'm sure they will continue. They will have that same commitment to excellence. And one of the things I want to say about this razor, I used to think the H plate felt really aggressive. This came off feeling really, really smooth. So much so that I'm going to check and make sure it is the H plate. Let's see. Yep. There you see. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Anyway, right here, really, really hard to see. It says H. So it is indeed the H plate. that came off really smooth. Not the least bit tuggy, or, you know, sometimes when you get a super aggressive razor that's especially light, it tends to feel like it pulls. This was just super clean. You see they've covered the tabs, which used to be a complaint, the edges of the blades, and their Windsor. This series, really good, smooth shave. Nothing to complain about. And of course, we use the special Caties Bubbles orange and huge soap, which you cannot buy unless at some point Chris Cullen put it for sale. I don't think he did. It is an orange scent, by the way. Thanks again to Zach Lavridis and Razor and Brush for that, and Chris Cullen. And I want to thank you all for watching. Again, Above the Tie, check them out. Very, very good stuff. If you're going to go premium, you know, it's one of those companies that I would recommend. Above the Tie, Timeless. There, of course, are others, but those two I've personally bought a lot of equipment from. Good people that I don't hesitate to recommend. Thanks again for watching. I hope you will stick around and continue to watch the content. I hope you will share it, and also go back and look at that old stuff on eye lather. I had a guy the other day say, hey, I know people are giving you a hard time about your head, but you look 20 years younger with the shaved head than you did on eye lather. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And, you know, what can you say? When you get a compliment like that, you just go, thank you. Anyway, thanks again. Share the content, subscribe, thumbs up, and join us again soon. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You're not. God bless.